Shout outs to all the new subscribers that have come into the channel. I appreciate your support. And as we go forward on this journey, just know that I will continue to appreciate you, but would love to see your feedback in the comment section. I'm still working on the M16. It's been a busy few days. Shout outs to Larisha, to whom I am married. We just came from the Beckler Museum in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. And she was highlighted there on a panel discussing her poetry, highlighting her one-of-one projects in digital assets and Web3. She's also on YouTube. She's also on Instagram. But she got to participate in a panel educating people more on the technology as it continues to grow. So that's what we've been doing in the middle of all of that. And yeah, so now here I am needing to finish up this M16 in this video. And if you'll recall, I have to get 10 double kills still, the 30 kills while crouched, and then 20 while mounted. Like, I don't even know why that's a thing. But let's get in here and talk about the latest event for Call of Duty, because honestly, it left me a little jaded. Why does my game still freeze when I'm loading into a match? But yeah, so we're talking about the event. I'm gonna start with Warzone. I don't think I was surprised much by anything that was going on with that game. Now, they did set it up to where I think the loadouts are a little different, meaning, oh, hold on, let me focus on this dude diving. They changed it to where you can acquire your loadout, but the way you go about doing that is that you have to get to a certain point and then you can, I guess, like buy it. Oh, that was just suck. But from there, it's only the starting weapon, like your primary. And then after that, like, you have to come into, I guess, like a drop of some sort to get the rest of it. I mean, that seems balanced because, you know, everyone was kind of like, nah, you can't just get rid of loadouts in general. And I know others were talking about, like, it's totally normal in BRs to do so, but COD is not your normal BR, you know what I mean? Like, Warzone is still a part of COD. COD is COD. You can't change that formula too much or then you just get revolted. Yeah, so that seemed fine. I was watching one streamer. It had to have been for like maybe 10 minutes after loading into the match. He couldn't find a thing. Like, that was the craziest stuff I've ever seen. How did I not kill that guy? I hope there's a little more balance when it comes to that aspect of it. I'm supposed to be mounting and all this kind of shit to hurry up and get this. So let me actually stop just shooting and try to play this mission. I hope that was just for the event and they clean that up, because that could get very boring very quickly, considering that the maps are entirely massive. Hold up. And he sees me out of all the people on the map. But other than that, it was Warzone. It was what we expected from the event. It did look a little smoother. I so want to be done with this gun. Why am I not hitting that guy? Oh yeah, this is my spot. Let's go ahead and mount up. On to DMZ, because that's the only reason I really wanted to look at that event. And I'm telling you, it was a letdown for me. Not in how the game itself plays, because it reminded me of, you know, the co-op situation. That also is the problem for me, because it was so much like co-op and like Warzone at the same time. It's just not what I thought it was gonna be, if that makes sense. And I'm not sure it's even their fault or if they sold anybody on that idea, because, you know, a lot of the leaks and stuff that were pulled out really weren't from that mode per se, but were from the one mission, I think, like alone in the campaign itself. I just want to mount. Just let me sit here. All right, let's see if I can just mount right here. Like, there we go. This is a much better spot. And yeah, but I was disappointed. Like, I don't want it. I feel bad for it, because it talked about, you know, extraction as being the primary thing, but in most games you still have the same looting aspect, and then from there then you go into like the extraction mode, which, by the way, is I don't know if that's implemented as well as it should be, but it's a terrible idea to extract in that game. This is actually more painful than I thought it would be. I hate this challenge. These guys are like camping all over the place, and I want to camp in a spot, so, you know, there's that. Get off of that roof, chump. But the game modes are just too similar. Oh my god, I hate the flash in this game. And that's unfortunate, because like, it sounded like it had promise, but all it did was manage to remind me of Warzone with bots. At least in the event, I was watching Dr. Lupo's feed for that. He made that game seem really interesting, but he's an amazing Tarkov player as well. And so I was thinking, okay, like this is gonna have that immersion like Tarkov, like it's gonna be way more serious, but it didn't have that. I don't know if it's just because it's like the whole, like I said, the COD vibe, but because it didn't have that like kind of close-up immersion that I thought it was going to possess, I'm just not as sold on the game. I don't know what else to say about it. I think what the event did for them is maybe they'll go back to the drawing board and make it a little more, you know, decent than what they originally had put out, because that just wasn't it. Man, come on, just run into this area, man. That's all I need you to do. There we go. Beyond that, like, I think the season 1 for Modern Warfare 2 is going to be awesome. I mean, we're getting shipment in Shoot House, so I'm excited for that, at least. Like, we are getting something solid. Try to mount up on here. This is such a stupid mission, at least for me. I need to mount, dude. Give me something. But I like the fact that they're bringing some of the more familiar stuff back. I mean, a lot of the OG players come back because they want to experience some semblance of Modern Warfare 2 all over again, and so far we really haven't gotten that. I mean, I would love to play on Terminal, I would love to play on High Rise. The fact that we don't have any of that is kind of gross right now, to be honest, so glad to see that some of that is definitely coming back, and it'll help a lot of these grinds as well. At least not this one, because we got to stay mounted, but it'll help some of the stuff. I didn't get it, whatever. By the way, we did manage in those 2 games to go ahead and unlock Intoxicate for the M16. So now we have this camo that we can move around, and I really like how this one looks. So instead of rocking Cinder, we're just gonna go ahead and attach that. All right, I am going to do a solo Saturday or Sunday where I just do a single player thing. I'm thinking about just doing God of War on PC. Not getting a PS5 for God of War, but I do have the PC version, so maybe I'll just play through with that. I'm gonna do it here on YouTube. Come through and check me out, and hopefully I will have the M16 finished by that point. But appreciate you rocking with me. As always, prove your meta, and until next time, peace.